What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to make a video that I really don't want to make, and it's something that most rotary owners fear and will probably at some point in the life of owning a rotary car deal with. But if you read the title, you know what I'm doing today. I'm going to be checking for loss of compression due to apex seals. Before I get too far into the video, I just want to say that there's a lot of things that have happened over the last few weeks that unfortunately did not get filmed. That's my fault. That led up to where we're at right now. So the little bit that I did film that might help kind of explain how we got here, I'll put those clips in right here. Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So I got a little update for you. I think my car is broken. So yeah, I know it's not even finished yet. I got a little excited last weekend. Car was running pretty decent, and me and Chris decided to go out for a little drive, and well, things got a little more escalated than planned. The car was run a little hard, and I think I blew a gasket on the manifold, or maybe on the turbo flange down there. I don't know, I haven't looked too much into it yet. We got the car home. It sounds like it has a terrible exhaust leak, so I pulled the intercooler out. I'm gonna remove the turbo, check the gasket on the flange, and if I have to, I'll remove the manifold, see if the gasket on the manifold is blown, and hopefully that's as far as I have to go. If not, then we'll deal with that when we come to it. So just stick around. I'll check back in with you guys here in a few minutes when I get the turbo off, and hopefully it's just a gasket. Guys, so quick update. I got the turbo off the car. The turbo looks okay. It doesn't look like anything really passed through it on either side. There's a little bit of shaft play, not much. Like I told you before, it is just a cheap no-name turbo. It is what it is for right now. It works, it spools fast, it pulls a lot of boost. So until it goes out, I'm gonna keep using it. But I think I did find the problem. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like it could be a very good candidate for what was causing what seemed to be an extreme exhaust leak. So this is what I found from the turbo to manifold flange. So here's the gasket. It's pretty distorted. It's been on the car for a while. You know, it's seen some wear. It looks like it may have gotten hot right there in that area and possibly had a blowout. I mean, the gasket itself did not blow out because it's a metal gasket, but you can see it on the manifold as well. It looks like it got a little hot right there, so maybe was leaking exhaust out. I'm going to remove the wastegate and just verify that it's functioning properly and not stuck open. I did some research. That's another possible problem with the symptoms that I was having. So I'm gonna pull that off. It's really tight under the car. I've just got it up on jack stands, so I'm really not able to film much under there. Once I get it off, I'll give you guys another update, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of what happened and how I got to where I'm at now. I didn't finish that video. Honestly, just kind of lost track and just started putting things back together. I didn't find any other leaks, but I do still have an exhaust leak somewhere. I'm not sure if it's on the manifold or somewhere on the downpipe, but I do have an exhaust leak. But the car has developed a hot start problem. The car will start when it's cold, it'll run, it'll idle, it will make boost. But once it's hot and you shut it off, the car refuses to start until it's cooled back down. There's a lot of possibilities of what could be causing that, but the number one suspect is low compression and probably chipped or cracked or broken apex seals. So instead of going on a witch hunt, I'm going to go right to the most likely problem. I'm going to check it and see if my RX-7 is blown up or not. Compression tester, pretty cheap to pick up at your local parts store. So I'm going to get ready to do this compression test and hopefully find out good news or possibly bad news. First thing I need to do is actually start the car, let it warm up. It is best to do the compression test on a warm motor. So I will start it, let it get up to temperature, turn the car off, let it cool down for just a minute where I can actually touch everything, and then I will start the compression test. Okay, so the car's not very happy with itself. It doesn't want to idle. It's idling super low. I'm gonna let it warm up. I'm gonna let it get up to operating temperatures, and then I will start the compression test. I'm hoping that it's not the apex seals, but it very well could be. So I'll check back in with you as soon as the car's warmed up, and we'll go from there. All right. The car's all warmed up, got it up to operating temperature, let it idle for about 15-20 minutes maybe. Got everything nice and warm, got the oil circulated. Now that I've let it cool off for, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes, I can touch everything. It's still a little warm, but it's best to do the compression test when it's warm. So I'm going to take out both of the bottom spark plugs, and that way it will allow the engine to rotate faster while I'm doing the compression test, give me a little bit better accuracy, because I am using just a standard piston engine style compression tester. Got it at AutoZone for about 50 bucks. They do sell a rotary specific compression tester, but it's about $300, and I didn't want to spend that because I wanted to find out if my motor was blown. So I'm gonna get set up. You guys just hang out and watch the video. Okay guys, so I got the spark plugs out. I'm gonna try to give you a little look down there. If you've never worked on a rotary, they are extremely tight in the spark plug area. Let's see. I don't know if you can see that down there. There is the top plug and the bottom plug right below it on the rear iron. And then, let's see, it's super tight in there. But down there, amidst all that, there you go. I think you can see that. Maybe not. But anyway, it's super tight down there. Everything's still really hot. But I'm gonna now hook up the compression tester, and I'm gonna start with the front rotor and do that one, then I'll do the rear rotor. Okay, give me 1 second. All right, got the compression tester screwed into the first rotor housing in the bottom spark plug hole. Again, I took both of the bottom spark plugs out just to alleviate any extra stress on the motor. One thing I did forget to mention was on the compression tester for a normal piston engine, it has like a valve stem core in the bottom of it. You need to remove that when doing a compression test on a rotary so you can see the pulses and not just your highest compression. If you don't remove it, you'll only see your highest compression. You won't know if you have one side of your rotor with low compression. Make sure you do that. Also, the other most important thing is, while you're doing this, you do not want the car to actually start while you're doing the compression test. So it is very highly recommended that you remove your EGI fuse, your engine fuse, disable spark or fuel somehow. So EGI main relay, that's the one I'm going to be removing, just to eliminate any possible accidental starts. Give me 1 second. Here's the EGI fuse. It's out. That will eliminate the possibility for an accidental start while doing the compression test. I'm just going to set it over here off to the side. And now I'm going to check the compression in the first rotor. So I'm going to have Chris help me out. He's going to turn the car over. I'm going to watch and see what kind of compression readings we get. Cross your fingers. Yep. Well, I don't know if you saw that, but those are pretty low numbers. It looks like we might have 60 psi in one rotor and possibly 45 in, or I'm sorry, 60 on one face and possibly 45 on the other two faces. That's not very good. This motor is street ported. There is a breakdown for the port on the motor, elevation and compression numbers, so we'll run through that here after I check the next housing. So give me 1 second. All right, we're about to do the second rotor and see what kind of results we get this time. Well, that just broke my heart, and now now I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Essentially, this motor is blown, just like I suspected. Time for a rebuild. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. I need time to process this and decide what I'm going to do, but you saw it for yourself firsthand. The second rotor has about 5 psi of compression. So the motor will be coming out, it will be getting torn apart, and it will be getting rebuilt. What do you guys think that I should do to this motor? Should I keep it the way it is and just rebuild it? Should I go bigger port? Should I go back to stock? Should I go bridge port? Let me know what you think. I will definitely take it into consideration, and stay tuned because obviously there's a lot of work to be had to this beautiful machine. So I just wanted to take the time to say thank you for everybody who watches our videos. I know we've had kind of a lack of videos lately. Things have just been kind of crazy for all of us, work-wise, and you know, we've had some personal things come up, but we are trying to put out videos. I know that I'm personally going to be trying to film more and more and more and more and just give you guys as much insight as possible, because what has happened behind me, as much of a catastrophe as it is, the way it got there would have been awesome for you guys to see. So just stay tuned. Chris's Camaro is going to be getting tuned here pretty soon. Steven's GTR, he's getting some things worked out on it, getting ready to get it on the road, ready to go 100%. And obviously, you know, now the RX-7 has some pretty bad issues, but we're gonna work through them. Give us time, give us your support. We appreciate every like, every view. Comment down below. Let us know what you think, what we can improve on, what we're doing good at, what you guys like, what you want to see. We appreciate all of it. So thank you so much for watching, and just remember, it's only a dream until you make it a reality.